Ahoy mateys, Kyle here, and it's Saturday, and you know what that means? It's weekly purchases, the time of the week where we find out what the DHL guy brought, the UPS, the FedEx, the Post Service, the Amazon guy, Waylon Jennings, and of course, a Santa Claus this week. It is weekly purchases, the time of the week where we go through all the fun stuff and all the news that's out there in the toy world, and today, we got a lot to talk about. Usually it's pretty quiet the last few weeks. I've mentioned it on the channel in the weekly purchases. It's quiet. Everybody's on vacation. No toy news. Well, we didn't get a ton of toy news, but we got an onslaught of new figures. So we're going to get into that. But first things first, we got to recap the weekend it was. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the videos on the channel. A lot of great videos on the channel. My figure hunting video, I dropped it a day early. I said, hey, what the heck? Let's do it on the New Year's Eve. We'll drop it that day. And that's what I did. Hopefully you guys check that out. Lots of good stuff in there. Found some things I was looking for, which is always a plus. Hit some spots I don't go to very often. I had a return visit to Ben Franklin. I'm sure a lot of you guys out there, maybe not all of you, but a lot of you, have been to Ben Franklin's a time or two in your life. It was kind of Walmart before Walmart and Target were a thing. Early 80s as a kid, I remember getting so many G.I. Joe, Transformers, wrestlers, stuff like that. It seems at this point in the age 2021, they're pretty much regulated to small towns, and as you can see, not the biggest toy sets anymore, unfortunately, but a lot of fond memories, and those signs in that store, I think, were the ones from when I was a little kid even. So check out that figure hunting video, all kinds of good stuff as usual there. A lot of unboxings on the channel this week. We double timed it. I said, we got to get some of these things out, and we did. We did the Decade of Domination. We went through every single figure, and then we did the review video at the end. Some of you guys like a single video every single day on the Decade of Domination or wrestling figures or whatever. So that's what I'm doing, and then at the end of the week, I'll put all those videos together with a little bonus at the end where I rank them from my favorite to least favorite. So I'm going to continue that tradition. It seems to be a lot of positive feedback on that, so that's what I'm going to keep doing for now with all those sets that come out in 2021, which there will be a lot of sets in 2021. We all know that right now. But a lot of good stuff on the channel this week. I did the top 10 G.I. Joe classified series of 2020. Yeah, there's only 20 figures released in 2020. I don't care. I love G.I. Joe. I want to rank my top 10 favorites. I think it's definitely warranted, at least for me. Maybe I was the only one that got a kick out of it, but I had to have my G.I. Joe top 10 list. We also had Decade of Domination, like I said, and a few other things mixed in there. But the big thing is we're now in 2021, and as promised, I am going to do an unboxing, a bonus unboxing. You're still going to get the regular unboxings, everything else we've been doing on the channel, but you're also going to get a Star Wars unboxing every single day on the channel, at least one. Not everybody is a Star Wars fan, not everybody is a wrestling fan, not everybody's a G.I. Joe fan. We all run the gamut kind of on the channel here, but I love them all, and I'm going to do a Star Wars unboxing every single day in 2021, so you guys got to hold me accountable on that. I've got to make sure this happens, and I'm going to work hard. I'm going to crank them out. I'm going to get them out there for you guys, but you guys got to keep me on my toes and make sure I'm doing it. And the best way to do that would be to subscribe to the channel. You're already here, hit the subscribe. I know a lot of you guys actually aren't subscribed. I saw the analytics. I don't really look or really care too much about that stuff, but I was looking. There's like 60% of the viewers don't subscribe. I can't believe it. It's crazy. But make sure you subscribe, or at least like the video, or at least do something. You know, whatever floats your boat. No pun intended with Captain Kyle at the helm for 2021. The Motorhead boat gear. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to sail away on the ocean, back on the Motorhead cruise, if you will. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. And then while you're there, you might as well subscribe to me on Twitter at SirPaul64, Instagram _Kyle_Peterson. Belowthecollar.com. Get yourself a very own See You Later t-shirt. Got to be done. Got to be done. And then don't forget to hit the link in the description below. Big Bad Toy Store. All kinds of stuff. And we're going to get to that very soon here. So, but anyways, New Year's Day, I went crazy. I said, we're going to kick this Star Wars year off with a bang. New Year's Day, I unboxed 7 or 8 videos I think I launched on New Year's Day. All Black Series Mandalorian themed. So I know Mandalorian is hot right now. We're going out with a bang. We're going to hit it up hard and start the Star Wars year off hard with all those unboxings. So check those out. A lot of great figures. Star Wars Black Series pumping out a lot of guys we want. A lot more to come and a lot more Star Wars videos to come. So be ready for all that. But the biggest news of the week and the stuff that got me anxiety-ridden, New Year's Eve, I was just worried sick. Worried sick at home with the family, just thinking New Year's Day I got to hit Target everything is hitting. I don't know if you guys saw some of the stuff online. New Year's Day, well, not New Year's Day, but December 31st, I started seeing pictures from all over the country of things hitting targets everywhere. I've never seen anything quite like it. January 1st, obviously a new year. Apparently that new mod reset that we've been talking about that drops usually end of January, early February, it's dropping earlier this year. It's dropping right now. So your stores are in the process of resetting if they already haven't, which is absolutely crazy. But it really goes to think, if you take a step back, like we always like to take a step back, you got to be careful. You got to look behind you before you take that step back. But we like to take a step back on the channel. We've talked about it. There's not a lot of figures. Inventory has been sold through. Not a lot of clearance this year compared to other years. So guess what? They can start that reset and get fresh product in sooner than later. So we're about a month early on these resets, which I'm okay with because we got everything out in the stores. We need some new stuff. The only problem is an onslaught of figures. So December 31st alone, I saw the brand new Ultimate Edition Fiend Hulk Hogan on store pegs. I saw pictures. I didn't see him personally, but I've seen him throughout the interwebs. Saw that. Saw the brand new Target exclusive Royal Rumble set with the Ultimate Warrior. I gotta have 2 of those, at least 2 of those. Saw Jar Jar Binks Star Wars Black Series. We saw the brand new He-Man. He-Man will no longer be a Walmart exclusive in 2021. You'll be able to get them at all retailers. Midnight, January 1st, Big Bad Toy Store, link in the description below. Put up all the He-Man figures. You can get them all from Big Bad Toy Store right now. I think they're only $1 more than retail. Really worth it to save you the headache and fighting out there in the public trying to get these. And my hope is Big Bad Toy Store ships these unpunched, because you guys know me, I need an unpunched mint on card set. Big Bad Toy Store always gives me the mintiest of packages, so can't highly recommend them enough. I've been shopping with them for, gosh, 20 plus years now. Link in the description below. But He-Man's out there. And then the one you know I love the most, G.I. Joe. Cobra Island. It's a return visit to Cobra Island. I'm ready to get on the boat. I'm headed to the island. I'm trying to find the Cobra Viper. I'm trying to find Firefly. But as usual, I hit up January 1st. I got out of bed early. I said, I'm going to go get them. I'm going to get these Joes. And you know what I found? I found no Joes. Yes, it's true. Once again, you know, all got to take that step back once again. Just because they're street dated for January 1st doesn't mean the stores are magically going to have them. It just means the registers can sell them. They're good to go. But your mileage may vary just like mine. None of my stores got the G.I. Joe. They didn't really get any of this stuff except my old buddy Gabe. Came in on my own backyard, my own personal Target. He picked up that He-Man set. So how dare he, but couldn't have went to a better guy. So I'm okay with it. I'll find my He-Man set here one of these days. We also saw, besides G.I. Joe, we saw the Marvel Legends Spider-Man, Into the Spider-Verse. Gosh, easy for me to say. Into the Spider-Verse set hitting. So something like 20, 25 figures I'm on the hunt for have just hit in the last couple of days. It should be a very interesting next 2 weeks if you're looking for new figures to go to your Target store. No deals to be had this time of year, that's for sure, but new product will be there, and the Joe anxiety is going to get me. You know, I got to get me at least 3 Vipers. I need 2 loose, 1 mint on box, and I need 2 Fireflies, 1 mint, 1 on box. Hopefully it's not Cobra Island of last year, which was just quite the fiasco. I haven't seen anything quite like it ever, really. Hopefully we don't see that again. Hopefully things get better. We're also seeing Zartan coming out to stores, and we should see Roblox and Scarlet, the repaints, coming as well. So those should be coming as long as the Cobra Trooper is getting a mass release, not a Cobra Island exclusive. So lots of figures to be on the hunt for. The figure hunting videos on Fridays for the next few weeks should be really interesting. Maybe very long. Maybe boring. I might be hitting 50 targets and not finding anything. But got to get out there. I got to somehow find these figures. I always do. I don't know why I get all anxiety-ridden about it. We shouldn't. And it's tongue-in-cheek. It's not real anxiety for the most part. Sometimes it is. But we'll get it found. We'll figure it out. So hopefully all these are found out there, and that is the goal for the next few weeks. So big-time Target news. I also saw Walmart, not to leave them out, but the only sighting I saw in the last few days is Jar Jar Binks showing up at Walmart. So he should be hopefully easier to get. He is deluxe, $30. Ugh. I wish he was more 20, but got to pick up Jar Jar. Enough time has passed. We've forgiven Jar Jar for all of his sins. It's time to add him to the Black Series collection. Ringside Collectibles, they put up for pre-order Edge and Macho Man Ultimate Editions. They're up there right now. Pick them up. And then the one I'm excited for, the Ringside exclusive Ultimate Warrior in his WrestleMania gear. I don't know if it can top the Jax one. We'll talk about it when the figure comes. You know I got to get a few of those. Ultimate Warrior Maniac myself that I am. But that went up for pre-order as well. So got to pick those guys up. There's no missing that one. So there you have it. So that's kind of the news of the week. Not a ton of stuff. It's more store-related news this week, I guess you would say. So there you have it. And then real quick, we'll do album of the week. And it's been one we've done before. I figured this would be the time to announce my album of the year of 2020. And look no further. It's pretty easy. It's The Raging Wrath of the Easter Bunny by Mr. Bungle. Long time Mr. Bungle fan. I remember following him on tour back right when I got out of high school. It was kind of the first time I hit show after show after show, and I followed Mr. Bungle around. I even had a fun story where I got to go backstage with Mr. Bungle. I hit up their manager and picked up a video game for Mike Patton at Toys R Us and brought it to him and got to go backstage and hang out. And I remember him giving me the money. I was like, I don't want to spend Mike Patton's money. I want to keep this money forever. But then I think I bought a Mountain Dew on the way home. So there it went. But really cool. I love Mr. Bungle. Talk about 80s thrash brought back. Got Scott Ian and Dave Lombardo, Slayer and Anthrax in the band now. It's not quite the Mr. Bungle of old, but it is definitely, if you like thrash metal, you're going to be all in on this Mr. Bungle. It is a great album. And speaking of thrash metal, a close contender, the New Testament album this year was really good. Chuck Billy, another favorite of mine. I love Testament, so pick that one up as well. So that's it. Let's get down to it. Let's get down to the old weekly purchases. Alright guys, let's get down to the weekly purchases, and I gotta tell you, this week I did get a Grail item that goes all the way back to 4-year-old Kyle. It's some toy that I've never purchased in all my years of toy collecting, but I've always wanted it. I've admired them from a way far distance, because I never picked one up, but I finally picked one up this week. Always say it, gotta get a deal. There was one at one of my local toy shops. I saw it, I fell in love, and I said, you know what? Kyle, it's time for you to right the wrong. It's time for you to finally pick one of these up. It's going to be the jewel of a collection, so we'll talk about that. There's a little teaser for later in the weekly purchases video. So there you go. But let's first, I got something really cool this week. Steve Landis, good friend of the show, always watching the videos, always commenting, a good heavy metal brother. We talk a lot of heavy metal stuff, but so nice of him. He sent me a card in the mail. What's up, my man? Look at this artwork on that. Look at that. Awesome artwork. So yeah, he said, what's up, my man? I want to do something for you. I just have no idea what figs. He sounds like my family. They're like, well, we want to get you some figures, but what do you need? Well, there's a list, but it's not always the easiest figures to find. As you guys know, you guys are in this hobby, you collect. Just have no idea what figs you don't have. Thanks for the entertainment and feeling less guilty for an absurd hobby. So, if I can look like a fool, maybe I look like a fool today, or maybe I'll be hitting the stores in this outfit later today. I'm not ashamed. I'll do it. But horns up. But Steve was really cool. He sent a gift card. Didn't really have to do that, Steve, but very cool. You guys all know this is going back into the channel. It's going to go back into buying figures. That's where it all goes. But Steve Landis, got to give you a good brother high five from virtual YouTube. Really appreciate it. Thanks a lot. So there we go, got that one. And then the weekly purchases onslaught hit. I got a few things here for Christmas. I don't get a ton of stuff for Christmas anymore. That's for the kids and everything, but I did get a few things. My dad came through and got me a couple of things for Christmas. So we'll show those, and we'll show some other stuff, as well as that big Grail piece we were talking about. But first off, last week we talked about a special Christmas Eve delivery. There was a knock at the door. It wasn't Santa. It was the Amazon guy with the speeder bike. Well, New Year's Eve this year, it was the same thing. It was the Fedex guy. He was back. I said, what are you here for? What are you going to give me today? Well, you know what he gave me? He came. It was a New Year's Eve miracle. The final figures of 2020 for Kyle through the door. Toka and Razor, Ninja Turtles, NECA exclusive. How about that? A lot of people say these are the figures of the year. Actually, I never did a top 10 Turtles video of the year. I really wanted to, but I didn't have this in hand. I don't have Super Shredder. I'm still waiting for that in the mail. And I feel like I can't really give you guys a top 10, a true, honest top 10 list, if I don't actually own the figures. You can't really look at pictures. You can doctor any kind of picture. You got to see it in hand. So my top 10 lists are figures that I personally own. So I didn't do a Turtles top 10 list. I guess if you guys really want one, I could do one later, but maybe the ship has sailed, no pun intended, today. But Toka and Razor, very, very happy to have this one. I can't wait to unbox this one. Hopefully all goes well with the unboxing, but very, very cool to have that through the door as a New Year's Eve surprise. Oh, just awesome. And like 5 o'clock, I was like, hey, guy, it's almost midnight. get out, call it a day. But Fedex Guy, they're all backed up. I know firsthand, I still have, we talked about it last few weeks, I have so many packages that are still lost in the mail. Some real heavy hitter packages too that have been lost for 30, 40 days now. I don't know. I don't want to try to get my money back. I want to hold out hope. And obviously the sellers, same thing, because they're out money. And it's always a pain trying to get your money back from the post service for insurance and all that stuff. So we'll see. We'll see. But I got some really good ones that possibly are lost and somebody's enjoying them somewhere else. I don't know. But there you go. And speaking of turtles, if you guys watch my figure hunting video, you couldn't wipe the excitement off my daughter's faces when I showed them this in the figure hunting video. I have never seen two kids more excited. You would think I just said, hey, school's out forever. Here's all the candy you want, and here's all the video games you want. You do whatever you want the rest of your life. That's how excited they were when they saw me that I found this. Our old pal, Waylon Jennings, great friend of the show, good brother in the figure hunting game, old Waylon Jennings. I was coming back from a family Christmas and head back through his stomping grounds. He sent me the hot message saying, hey, I found one of these. I knew you're coming through town. I hid it for you. And that's exactly what he did. So you could see it all unravel on the figure hunting video. And you can see the excitement in my kids' faces when I showed them that, hey, look what I got. So very cool to get Splinter and Baxter. Really solid piece. Splinter, obviously a must-have in the NECA Ninja Turtle line. You got to have Splinter. He is just a total must-have. So happy to get him off the books. Turtle Anxiety is taking a little break. I don't think we're going to see anything until maybe middle to end January, most likely end of January, which is fine. I just ran through the gamut of stuff that's coming to Target in the next couple of weeks. I'm preoccupied with that. Put the Turtles off towards the end of January or February if you can. Give the wallet a break. Give the Turtle Anxiety a break. But I know a lot of people are finding these. A lot of people are finding Krang seem to be much easier than traditional sets in the past. Hopefully that's the way it's going to go now. So fingers crossed, Turtle Anxiety is a thing of the past. We'll see. I talked about this way back when these came out. Was it 8 months ago? I don't even know how long. Time is irrelevant these days. But I already have this pack. But it's Magneto Professor X. But I needed a second pack. That's how crazy I am. I said, you know what? I need to display these as one old man Magneto, a young Magneto, old man Professor X, young man Professor X. So that's what I'm going to do. Got an extra of this just to complete that. I got this from my dad for Christmas. It was on a flash deal on Amazon. I said, hey, Dad, here's an idea. And he picked it up for me. So there you go. We got this one through the door. All right, how about some wrestling figure weekly purchases? You guys know I love my wrestling figures, if you can't tell behind me. And I got a lot of good stuff in this week via Walmart.com and Ringside Collectibles. Let's start with Ringside first. I got Elite Series 83. Baron Corbin through the door. The Year of the King. Edge, of course, a modern-day Edge from his WrestleMania appearance. Note with this Edge is they have the wrong hands on him. It should have the heavy metal sign hands. Instead, he got the Too Sweet hands. So this is a little bit of a factory error. Sasha Banks, originally earmarked as a Ringside Collectibles exclusive, now in the traditional 83 line. Got that. Of course, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Deep cut Dusty Rhodes, but I'm okay with it. I'll take it. Dusty Rhodes right there. And then, of course, the Collector's Edition, the jewel of the set, and the one I'm most excited for, Michael P.S. Hayes, the Freebird himself. Can't wait to open this one up and check it out. And then last but not least, Drew McIntyre, no stranger to the Elite lineup in the last year, but I'm finally glad we got a new head scan with this one. So, Elite 83 is off the books outside of the Chase Edition. I gotta get that other Edge. But these came through the door. Very happy to have them. And then it doesn't end. As far as wrestling figures, Walmart.com came through like a champ. I know a lot of people are cursing Walmart. A lot of people are mad out there. They had their pre-orders canceled. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not sure why I got them. I've never had a Walmart order straight out canceled on me. I've had them delayed a bunch of times, but never straight up canceled. So I don't know. I got all of mine. I ordered them the minute they went up for pre-order. I don't know if that had something to do with it or not. But either way, the Decade of Domination Series 2 is through the door. Can't wait to unbox these either. So, of course, there's Kane with the extra head there on this one. Kofi Kingston, old school Kofi Kingston. And who else we got here? Then we got my stunt double, my brother, The Big Show, my twin brother, as you can see on the back. Look very similar. Have anybody ever seen The Big Show and me in the same place together? I don't think we have. So there you have it. There's Big Show. Knocking Edge over. And then we got another one, no stranger to the line, Triple H. He's been in a lot of them. He's back in the Decade of Domination. And then finally, the last one, Beth Phoenix from the Decade of Domination. There she is, Beth Phoenix with the women's title. So pretty much a banner week for wrestling figures, I think you could say, between the Decade of Domination Series 2 and Elite 83. Lots of unboxings to come on the channel. So let me clean this up and let's get back to the weekly purchases. All right, the ship sails on with weekly purchases, and here's a few more things that came through the door this week. And one, I got to thank good brother Josh Chestnut, who watches the show. He hit me up, sent me a message, said, hey, were you looking for this? We talked about it a few weeks back, and you know I was. And that's the Mandalorian Child 2-pack Target exclusive. I will say, if you're out looking for this, I've seen a lot of restocks on this one, so be checking your Targets. But old Josh hit me up. Very thankful for him. As you guys know, I said I was going to pass on this, then I changed my mind, got swept up in Mandalorian madness, had to pick this bad boy up. So very appreciative for him helping me out. So Josh, thank you, good brother. So there you go, the Mandalorian through the door this week. How about some books? Yeah, I'm an avid reader. I haven't read for a while. I need to get back into it. I'm getting built up in some of my books. I love heavy metal biography books, and no better than old K.K. Downing of Judas Priest. Have not read this yet. Can't wait to jump into it. I will also mention, if I can open it up, we'll see, autographed edition, if that does show up, I don't know, but it is autographed edition, K.K. Downing. Guitarist to Judas Priest, no longer in the band as most bands that have been around 50 years, breakups and all that sad stuff. So get KK back in the band. Let's do a final tour with KK. Got that book, and then of course I had to get this book. Old Rob Halford, the old metal god himself, Judas Priest legend, solo career legend if you ask me. Rob Halford Confess. Can't wait to dive into both these Judas Priest related books. You guys know I love Motorhead, but I also love Judas Priest. So there you have it, 2 Judas Priest books this week. And then how about a little Power Ranger? Got Goldar, the second version of Goldar without the wings, so he came through the door via Santa Claus this week. And then I guess I'm starting a Tommy collection. I don't know. I guess I am. Zeo Red Ranger, Tommy. You know, the White Ranger, the Green Ranger, and many other Rangers before. I got Tommy, the Red Ranger in the Zeo world. I know absolutely nothing about the Zeo, but I'm willing to try. I'm willing to try with a little Zeo Power Ranger, but I think my Power Ranger collecting might be coming to an end. Those monsters, they really got me hot. You guys saw the unboxing. I was not a big fan of both of those. They were really a bit of a disappointment to me. Hopefully other monsters are better. I might give them one more try, but my Power Ranger collecting, I think, is about where it needs to stop. I don't want to go into all these other lines and all that kind of stuff, so somebody out there, hold me accountable. Don't let me go crazy on Power Rangers. Waylon Jennings, you hold me accountable. That's your job in 2021. You guys that saw my figure hunting video, I went to my local comic book store, Mayhem Comics, cheap plug for them, but they had a 20% off all toy sale, and you guys know that. I said, oh, long game, there might be some things there I need to pick up, and there actually was. I did pick something up. I think it was 20 bucks, maybe on the nose. Marvel Select, you know the Marvel Select madness, we talk about it a lot. Marvel Select Rogue. This figure was a high dollar figure, not as high dollar as the Marvel Legends, but a lot of people wanted a Rogue, and they couldn't get a Marvel Legends Rogue because they want to pay $100+ for it, so they picked up the Select. So this was a figure that was going for 40 to 60 bucks for a long time. Got this for 20. I gotta think, I haven't looked at eBay and stuff like that, but I gotta think prices are dropping on this with the new Target Rogue out there. But still, I thought, hey, this is kind of cool. And you guys know with X-Men, there's so many X-Men figures, you can use a Rogue in many different displays. And that's how I kind of justified it to myself. And I also figured, hey, we'll unbox this, we'll compare it to the 2 other Rogues, see which one we like best. Obviously, this one's going to be maybe just a tad big, but we'll see. Marvel Select Rogue through the door. There it is. And then, if you guys saw my figure hunting video, you guys know I am an avid Fortnite player, or maybe I've never played it and don't know anything about it, but sometimes those figures catch my eye. The food ones, spent a lot of years in the grocery industry, old Kyle here, so something about these just touch me deep in my heart, and I can't pass it up. And one I'd seen around, and I finally found it on the store shelves, and that is the Brat, or the Brat, depending how you want to say it. Very cool play on words. But it's a hot dog, obviously, but very cool. I like these goofy ones. Funny thing is, outside of the wild card, I haven't opened any of them up yet. I still have unboxings to do. There's only so much time in the day, and, it's just no time. There's no time at all for anything, it seems like. But I got to do an unboxing. I was thinking about having my daughters maybe help me unbox these. Maybe they could give the kids' perspective of Fortnite. I don't know. They know Roblox. That's what they play. They love them some Roblox. They don't really play Fortnite. But maybe they'd have a great take. As we all know, in that Bray Wyatt Firefly Funhouse unboxing, my younger daughter, Emma, she had some pretty hard criticism for Mattel on that figure. So we should see what she says about the old Fortnite figures. So more to come there. So there you go. And now we're down to it. You know, it's not the biggest week. We're not going to have some huge weeks lately outside if all that Target stuff comes through next week. It's kind of the doldrums usually this time of year. And there's not a lot of stuff I'm going back to look for. But as you guys know, and you guys have hopefully been following me at SirPaul64 on Twitter, at _Kyle_Peterson on Instagram, you do know I had an amazing Star Wars pickup this week. I asked for you guys to tell me, hey, what do you want to do on the channel? You want me to put those a part of this week's weekly purchases, or do a separate video? Unanimously, it was pretty overbearing that, hey, we need to do a separate video, and I agree. We'd be here all day. I think we're going to do a separate long, maybe it'll be a 2-hour video. I don't know. I'll try to go as fast as I can. But I picked up a ton of Star Wars figures, and we've talked about it before. They are really dirt cheap at this point. I had a lot of these as a kid, not all of them, but a lot of the red and green car Power of the Force, but I went way beyond that. Just an insane Star Wars haul. There's the picture. Hopefully you guys, like I said, follow me on social media. I posted and talked a little bit about it. I was on the Major Pod Twitch stream 2 weeks ago or something like that. That's up on Twitch if you want to watch that interview with me and Mark Sterling. I talked about it a little bit on there as well. But a lot of Star Wars, like I said, as well, beating it into the ground here. But we're going to have a Star Wars unboxing every single day in 2021. And we're already kicking that off. We're into 2021, so every day there's a Star Wars unboxing. But we'll get to unboxing all these. I just need to unbox all these boxes. They're still sitting here like this in my office. I got to go through them, and I got to figure out what I got and sort them and organize them and checklist them and all of that kind of stuff. I might even do a video like, hey, here's the red card set. Kind of like we do with Jack's Classic Superstars. Here's the red card set. Here's Power of the Force Part 2. Here's the Clone Wars. Maybe I'll do those, and then we'll start unboxing after that. There's a lot of ways that we could do with these figures, a lot to talk about, and I think it'll be really fun to see you guys all laugh at me as I try to pronounce really obscure aliens' names. That is really difficult, and I'm sure it'll be fun watching me try to read some of the bio cards and stuff like that. But quick, heavy hitter videos that'll only take, 7 minutes maybe, tops. I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but a lot of Star Wars content coming on top of everything else, like I keep saying. But that leads me to this. This is the Grail purchase. Always wanted one of these as a kid. Always wanted one of these as a teen. And never pulled the trigger. I'm not exactly sure why. It's obviously an expensive piece. And it's also a piece that takes up a lot of room. It's not G.I. Joe aircraft carrier room, but boy, you know what? It's pretty close. It's a big playset vehicle. And without further ado, let's pull it out here. Let me grab it. It's a big one. Oh, and it's a jewel of my collection. And it won't fit all the way in the screen. It is the AT-AT from Star Wars. The big AT-AT walker. This is the, oh gosh, I can't remember which one this one is. This is the Legacy Edition, I think they call it. But very huge. Obviously the biggest vehicle as far as Star Wars. And Millennium Falcon may be up there as well. More talk about the Millennium Falcon soon on the channel. But this is a cool one. This is, I don't know, 10 years ago, 8 years ago this came out. A lot of cool stuff on it. You can push buttons, maybe. Maybe. Oh, there they are. All kinds of stuff. Cockpit opens up, the backs, the sides, you name it. Just a massive, massive deal. It's a heavy one. You can see it there. Very cool. The back opens up. Love me some AT-AT. Probably one of the most iconic Star Wars vehicles. Obviously, the Millennium Falcon's pretty iconic, but as far as bad guy vehicles and just heavy-duty things, Empire Strikes Back, who can ever forget those days with the big AT-AT? So I got to figure out where I'm going to display this. Working on my display tour. That is going to come hopefully towards the end of the month this month. Putting the finishing touches on that. I've actually had some things that have to speed me up getting this display tour done. I've had some, Hollywood's been calling. I got a call from Burbank on New Year's Eve, so I got to get shuffling. So hopefully more about that in the future, but maybe some cool news. Like I keep teasing, I'm just a tease, but teasing some of that here in the future. So a lot more to come. Hopefully you guys are ready for the onslaught, but we'll get there and we'll get that display tour out at the end of the month. I think it would be really cool. I think a lot of you guys will enjoy that video. So that's it. That's weekly purchases this week. I hope everybody enjoyed it. If I missed anything, let me know in the comments. And you guys in the comments, tell me, what did you get from Santa? What did you pick up in the last few days? All that Target stuff we talked about, did you find any of that stuff? Are you guys holding Cobra Vipers out and not letting me get any? You better not be. I need 3. I need 2 loose, 1 in box. You guys better not be hoarding them all. Just kidding. If you got to, you got to, I guess. I won't hold it against you. But very, very good stuff. Hopefully you guys got what you wanted for Christmas. Leave me in the comment. Let me know your thoughts on all this stuff. And don't forget to like the video. You're already here. How hard is it to like it? Just like it. And subscribe to the channel. So, I'm Kyle. I was a sailor. I was born upon the tide. And with the sea, I did abide. And I will see you guys all next week on Weekly Purchases.